I'd been drugging my husband's coffee with Viagra for 2 years. He thinks he's having an affair started when I found the text. Can't wait to see you again. No name, no context, just enough to plant the seed of doubt. Tom had been distant, working late. But clapback signs I'd ignored until that message made them impossible to dismiss, so I tested him one blue pill crushed into his morning coffee just to see. If he was cheating, he'd need to explain certain complications to his mistress. He came home flustered that first day, avoided eye contact, mumbled about a weird reaction at work, stayed in the bathroom forever. No confession, no guilt, just confusion, so I continued every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, his gym days. Watched him leave the house uncomfortable, return exhausted and baffled. He started avoiding the gym, then work events, then anywhere public. The mysterious mistress seemingly forgotten as he dealt with his medical issue. Doctor visits multiplied, tests came back normal. Specialists scratched their heads. Tom's panic grew with each unexplained incident. Meanwhile, I played supportive wife, drove him to appointments, held his hand through examinations, suggested maybe it was stress, maybe hormones, maybe us trying for a baby had triggered something psychological. He cried one night, convinced he was broken, that his body was betraying him, that he'd never be normal again. I held him, whispered reassurances, made him chamomile tea while grinding another blue pill for morning. 2 years of this, 2 years of watching him unravel mispromotions because he couldn't risk presentations, skip his brother's wedding fearing an episode. The affair I'd imagined preventing never existed, but I'd created something worse, a prison of pharmaceutical anxiety that kept him home, safe mine. Then last week I made a mistake, mixed up the coffee mugs, drank his dose myself. The reaction was educational, intense, overwhelming. 4 hours of understanding exactly what I'd put him through. Hundreds of times, but worse was Tom's response. His relief, his careful attention, the same gentle care I'd given him reflected back without question. He never suspected, even as I experienced his exact symptoms, he just loved me through it. That night, racked with guilt and side effects, I cracked. Repet him everything. The suspected affair, the 2 years of medical torture over a text that turned out to be from his brother about birthday plans. Tom didn't yell, dreading storm out, just stared at me with hollow eyes, then he laughed empty, broken, pulled out his phone, showed me his search history. How to induce erectile dysfunction, foods that kill libido, natural hormone blockers. My turn to stare. He'd been drugging himself too. Wick pills, opposite effect, mess to counteract what he thought was hypersexuality. Terrified he was becoming some deviant who couldn't control himself. 2 years, both of us, poisoning the same coffee, him trying to suppress what I was trying to create. A pharmaceutical war neither of us knew we were fighting. The bathroom cabinet told the whole story. My hidden Viagra, his hidden suppressants. Menton pills to stock a pharmacy, all for a marriage built on imaginary betrayal and real paranoia. We sat at our kitchen table, the same one where we'd shared hundreds of drugged coffees, where we'd promised to love and trust each other 6 years ago. Now we couldn't even trust the coffee. Tom moved out yesterday, said he needed time to process, telltale, to figure out if any part of our marriage existed without chemical manipulation. I make coffee for one now, black, nothing added. It tastes like regret. The doctors say he'll recover physically. The psychological damage is harder to measure. Trust once dissolved doesn't easily reconstitute. He texts, sometimes, rip messages about logistics, lawyers, division of assets. Never about the coffee, never about the years we spent poisoning each other over crimes that existed only in our minds. The blue pills are gone, flushed away with whatever remained of our marriage. But I still check my cup, still hesitate before the first sip. Some habits, like some betrayals, are harder to break than others.